So hello guys, welcome back to our yet another Archicad tutorial. And in today's session, we shall look at adding walls and slabs to our project. So kindly like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell to be able to motivate me to keep teaching CAD and BIM. So when you open your project, you could choose the floor you want. So you could start on the ground floor. So you could double click on the wall tool. So we need to edit the wall properties. So here, these same wall settings would appear the same for the beams, the slabs, and columns. So you can edit the geometry and positioning. So we can type in the top link, so we can link it, say, to the second floor here. Or we could maintain the first floor. So we could edit the top offset. So if you want to add it beyond the floor, you could add an offset of 300 millimeters. So this is the new offset, or if you want to offset it below, you could add a negative offset, so it's offsetting here. So we shall still leave here the offset to 0. So here we shall be able to choose the structure of our wall. So since we are in a schematic design, we can maintain the basic wall, or this would be the composite wall profile, in case you've come up with the final design. Or you could opt for the other complex profile. So in this case, we shall obtain the generic. We shall remain with this basic structure. So when you come here, we shall choose a generic external wall, since we are still in the schematic design, so we can take this generic external cladding. So here we can change the shape or the geometry of the wall from here, so we could maintain it to be a straight wall. Then here we could edit its wall thickness. So we want its wall thickness to be 300 millimeter. So here we could edit if you want it to be straight, slanted, or double, you could still edit it from here. So here on the reference line, you could choose the location to be a center or inside outside faces. So now we can press OK. So when we come here, we have the various drawing forms. So we can draw it as a trapezoidal, or a polygonal, or a straight. So in this case, we can maintain the straight option. So here we can choose to be at center. So now we could be able to draw our walls. So you could just hover through here, come up, again hover through. Then you have to hover around until that blue circular mark comes up to be able to snap the edges. So that is now our wall, which has been drawn. So you could still select the wall. You could be able to stretch it by opting for left clicking at the end. So you could press Shift, hold your Shift key, then you could type in Shift key. To be able to stretch it. So you could stretch it through a distance. So when you hold your shift key, you can type in the distance you want to stretch it to. So D, type in you want to stretch it by 3,000 millimeters. Enter. So the shift key enables you to stretch it to the desired distance, unlike if you didn't press it, it would stretch from its original distance. So we can still edit it using the paint palette. So after here, you could again insert the inner walls. So again, we go to the wall properties. So you could still generic here, but you could now change it to an internal wall. Internal cladding, generic internal cladding. Okay, so you could change the thickness to 200 millimeters. Then you could press OK. So you could draw it from here. Here. So you could escape. So you see these two walls cannot join each other because they are of a different material. So here, this reference cannot be joined to this reference. Even if you stretch it, it still doesn't join because they are of a different material. So again, you can select it. Then you could use the paint palette, stretch it through the shift key, and D, type in the distance you want to stretch it, say by 1,000 meters. So we've been able to reduce it by a distance of 1,000 millimeters. So if you want to draw a wall, say here to here, we could again draw our internal wall. We could again come here to wall. Then you can hover here through a corner. So when you hover around the insertion ideas come. So we want to draw it at 2,000 meters. So D, 2,000. The entry tab comes. So now we can select it from here. First again, escape, wall. And first move around the corner here. Then as I move away, the entry tab appears. So we could type D, we want to draw it 2,000 millimeters off. Enter. So we could now we could be able to draw a wall 2,000 meters away from this without using the grid. So that is how we do it. We move around here. So the insertion tablet of the distances comes up, and you're able to type in the distance away from here where you would want to insert your wall. So we can draw other walls here out. So we could come back to our wall tool. And properties. Now still use the external. Okay. So we could draw walls from here. From here. There. From there. Here. So you could move this point, you say move it to there. Or you could stretch it into here. So after adding walls, we could be able to also insert walls in our 3D view. So go into our 3D view here. We can able to insert walls in the 3D view. So we are still using the wall tool. Come here. Right there. So yes, so that is how we could insert our walls still in the 3D view. So still you can select it in the 3D view and still edit it. So it has options. So here we could stretch it by height. We could stretch it through a height. So you could type in a height. So we could stretch it to say 6,000 millimeters. Enter. So yes, so when we select it, the pet palette in our 3D view option has more options than in the 2D view. So you could again select it here, stretch it by height, set to that height of 6,000 meters. So the 3D view provides you with more options on the pet palette. For example, stretching up and down. So going back to our floor plan, we can now be able to insert our slabs. So still here on the slab tool, double click it, turn it twice, able to edit the slab. So you could give it a thickness of 300. So you choose the home story. So it's still a basic slab, since we are still in a schematic design. Then the reference plane, you could maintain this one. Then here the material, you could go back to structure and choose generic structure. Then okay. Well, select. So we can again double click on it. So okay. So now here on the drawing options, we could choose rectangular, be able to draw our slab. So we could insert our first slab from here until there. When you move around, it has been inserted. So you could use the pet palette to edit it. So when you right click here, you could be able to choose offsetting all edges. So we can able to offset its all edges from here, say to there. Now being able to offset all the edges of this slab. So again, we could select it, then left click. You see, you could again drag it and move into other position. So you escape. Okay. So again, left clicking here gives you other options, such as offsetting that single edge. So you could offset the edge. You could offset it from here, say up to Set distance 1000 millimeters. So again, we could be able to offset only one edge. So if we go into our 3D view, we have been able to create the offset here. So again, clicking at the edge, you'll be able to again offset the edge to its initial positions, insert a distance of 1000. Enter. So we could use more options on the bed palette of the slab, so we can insert a polygon. So you can add a polygon to show a hole where, to add a shape where we shall be able to use it as a slab. So here we could draw a slab from here, then as a polygon. So our new slab has been created. So again, we could select here, and we could opt for move nodes. We could move this node to there, and again select this node, move it to there. So when we go to our 3D view, we've added another slab here by using the pet palette. So still returning to our ground floor, we could add a hole in our slab. For example, if you want to add staircases, so you have to subtract from a polygon, and you could choose the polygon drawing method. So you could be able to choose here, then it has to be 300 millimeter. Then you could close it here. You could type it here. We'll finish it off here. So now we've been able to create an opening in our slab by using the option of subtract from polygon. So when you go to our 3D view, we're able to show the pit we have created in our polygon. So that you can select the slab like that. So still, let's draw another slab here. Come in the slab, choose rectangular. From here to there, on the grid lines. Okay, so we can select it, then we can again here, and we're able to see options in the pet palette. So we're able to move the nodes. If we create here, we've created. So if we click here at the edges, we can able to create adding new nodes. So we could add another node here. And we could again select it. We could add another node, say here. Again, select it. Want to create another node, so select it. Then we could add another node there. So by adding nodes, it also enables you to edit the shape of the slab, and still you could select these nodes to be able to move them. If you select this one, you could move it up to here. Or select this one and move it up to there. So by using the pet palette, you could be able to edit the options of the slab appearance in your model. So when we come back to our 3D view, we're able to see our numerous changes on our slab. So going back to our floor plan, we could draw another slab here. Oh, sorry. We could give the thickness of 250 millimeter. We give it an offset of -70 millimeter. Then okay. So we shall draw it from here to there. So we could select here, then to there. Okay, so it has been inserted. So we can go to our 3D view, able to view it. So here it is. So it has been created at a distance with an offset of 70 millimeters from the first initial slab. So if you have stepped slabs, you could add them by increasing the offset in the properties. So again, coming here, we could be able to, let's add another wall from here to here, but with the different parameters. So we could make this wall to be 200, okay. Then you could change its face to inside face, so we could add it from here to there. Could use this, lit it. So that's how we add walls and slabs in Archicad. So in our next session, we shall look at how to add doors and windows into our model. For now, it's a bye.